What's up? So today I had an actual nice push day. I only had a little bit of time, so I wasn't able to get as much done as I wanted to. But I had work, so I just kept it moving. So last week was Nurses Week. If you guys don't know, Nurses Week is a holiday. It's like a week long event where hospitals in the United States do like small gestures or whatever, for the nurses, to make up for the fact that work conditions are so terrible. Um, so this Nurses Week was pretty nice. Usually it's like hilariously bad. It's like one of those jokes, where people kind of just like, what is it? Where they like give out like really bad gifts, like really cheap gifts, and like give out like a rock because nurses rock. Oh, like that was literally a gift that a hospital gave out. Um, what else is really bad? It's like a joke at this point. Um, but this our hospital, it was okay. They had a photo booth, um, and I actually got to take photos with some of my coworkers. That was actually kind of nice. I have a copy of the photos from all my coworkers. So that was nice. There's also like a bunch of cake that we got, and I ate like all of it. Um, what else? We had like a meditation day. So this person came and we did like basically like really short guided meditations, maybe like 10 minutes. So that was, it was nice, but also didn't last long enough. It was hard to disconnect. I was thinking like, oh man, now I gotta think about all the work that I gotta come back to. 10 minutes. Your whole life can be turned upside down in 10 minutes in the ER. You can have zero patients, and then suddenly you have 20. Um, so I mean, it was fine. I had somebody covering me while I got to meditate. The guided meditation lady, she was talking about like uh we were nearing the end of our guided meditation, and she's like, as you take your final breaths, think about blah blah blah. And I was like, as I take my final breaths, what does this lady know that I don't? Am I gonna die here? Is this lady gonna kill me? Is this soft-spoken guided meditator plotting my demise? Anyway, um, that was okay. Um, liked the photo booth a lot more. One thing that was terrible was they had like karaoke in the cafeteria, and they got rid of like all the tables in the cafeteria, so there's no tables or anything in there, and like not a whole lot of people did karaoke. I didn't, at least, and I didn't really hang out in the cafeteria. Um, but everyone was pissed because, like, dang, like, I wanted to eat in the cafeteria, and now I have to, like, go to the dusty break room, you know, and go eat. Sad. Um, and, like, nobody wanted to do karaoke anyway. So we just lost, like, the seating in the cafeteria for, like, 3 hours for nothing. So, yeah. I just, like, I don't mind doing karaoke in front of my coworkers. Love my coworkers. It's the administration. I will never do karaoke in front of the administration. That's too much. It's a step too far for my taste. And okay, we got shirts. That was a nice gift. We got some shirts, so we can wear them like on shift. A lot nicer than the the scrub tops, because it gets hot. Summer's approaching. It's nice to have a little t-shirt, So, yeah. Because, like, with the scrub top, I just, like, sweat through it completely, because sometimes, like, we have to do CPR on patients, and that gets pretty tiring, and I just completely sweat through it, you know? So, yeah, that was a nice gift. Um, what else did we do as far as Nurses Week go? Um, the nurses themselves, they got like these they're like Stanley Cup knockoffs, like those aluminum aluminum like aluminum cups with the straws, and it was like a nice little knockoff. The Stanley Cups had the hospital logo on it, all that good stuff. So only the nurses got those. It's the thing with the Nurses Week. It's kind of like everyone else. Like, it's not like a doctor. All the hospital orderlies, we all more or less just get put under the umbrella term of nurse. Like, we all get to celebrate Nurses Week with everyone else. So, they let us celebrate. They let us get in on the cake action, Got to get that cake. I ate so much cake. And let me think. I feel like there was something else I want to talk about. Nah, it's not coming to mind. Anyway, Nurses Week is always it's a fun gesture the hospital does. It's always nice to be working on Nurses Week. You get to steal their glory. That's what it's all about, The nurses, they want to have their own thing. They want to have their own little week. No, we're stealing credit from the nurses, just like always. But yeah. Overall, it was good for me, even though not a nurse. I still had fun, and that's all that matters. Nurses, no, it wasn't. If you ask the nurses what they want more pay. They want more sick time, more benefits. XYZ. Can't have that, but you guys can have cake and pizza every now and then. They didn't give us a pizza party, which the nurses is always like a joke. If whenever administration feels like everybody's like turning against administration, it's like, oh God, what can we do for this nurse burnout? And all this stuff is like, oh, let's give them a pizza party. Works every time. So unfortunately, they didn't give us a pizza party because I'm pretty sure they know we would have made fun of them. But wish they did, because I personally would fuck up that pizza. I do think it's funny. Like, a lot of the nurses, they're like on diets. So I'm just like, nah, not me. I just gained 40 pounds, and let's make it another 40. Let's try to get to 240, baby. But yeah. So I'm like, I usually try to take on the garbage disposal duties. It's a cross that I have to bear, and I do it very well. And the house too, I just eat all the food. God. Yeah. That's the thing. With all these workouts, you just get a crazy appetite. But yeah. My weight's been pretty steady on that topic. My weight's been pretty steady for a while now. It's stayed at 200. Probably close to a month now. A month and a half. So my weight's been pretty steady. So I haven't really changed on my eating habits a whole lot. That's not true. I have been eating a lot less. So that makes sense why my weight's holding steady now. But yeah. And also, I'm still, my upper body's gaining a lot of muscle. Yeah. I hit a bench PR very recently. So that's good. I'm still, making a lot of gains. I'm still getting stronger. So even though I'm not eating as much, still making a lot of progress. So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to try to go for the 245 new PR. I'm going to try to go for that soon. I think I'm feeling pretty good about it. Because if I was able to do 404 with 205, and before I was only doing 3 reps at a time, then I definitely can probably, I think probably the next thing I'm going to do is 4 sets of 5 with the 205. And then hopefully I can start doing doing some 225s, a set of 2, or 4 sets of 2, something like that. And then we'll see. I go from there. But yeah, I'm still doing that progressive overload, slight progression, at a time. Anyway, yeah, that's for like the only way to like really measure. That's the one nice thing about the bench press is that if you're making like progress in the bench press, you're like it's like a good benchmark, no pun intended, to see how the strength gains are going. As opposed to like, yeah, it's like it's very easy to progressively overload. And I'm lucky that I don't get shoulder pain. A lot of people get like pretty bad shoulder pain with the bench press, so I've been lucky enough to not have that. But yeah. Anyway, that's kind of all. Happy Nurses Week to all who celebrate. Yeah, still waiting on EMS week. That's gonna be fun. Not gonna get anything, but it is fun. EMS week. Anyway, that's all. Hope you guys had a great day. Bye.